How does your nervous system ruin your social skills, your social life, your ability to communicate and be at relax, at ease when you talk to other people? Well, the first thing you have to understand is that the mind and the body are extremely connected. And so let's just say this is a brain. Let's just say this is a body. These two things are extremely connected. Everything that you believe, everything that you hold on to, it's going to have a simple, not a simple, but a specific pattern in the brain for that particular thing. And so, let me give you an example. This image right here that I'm seeing with my eyes, or this whiteboard that I'm seeing with my eyes, it's the first time I've ever seen this. And so now this is ingraining itself in part of my brain with neurons. And so me getting the stimuli of this whiteboard with the certain things written on top of it, the papers around it, has created a new pattern in my brain of certain types of neurons firing in specific orders that now allow me to see this board and recognize what it is and what's happening. And those things never existed before because I had never seen them. So showing people new stuff is going to unlock new patterns in their brain. This is important because when you're talking about social skills, interactions, certain things happen. And in psychology, there's something called a reductionism or stimuli response theorems. And in this science, what happens is you talk about how a certain stimulus reacts to makes us a response. Stimulus. Let me try to spell stimulus here. Stimulus. And then we'll get a certain response back. And so the example I just showed you is when we see this whiteboard, the response that we get is a certain type of brain pattern that recognizes and fires to our brain that we get it, that we're able to interpret it. But this also happens the other way. And so if we were to fire that brain pattern, the same brain pattern that we get when looking at this whiteboard, well, we should be able to, in our head, reimagine that whiteboard without even able to look at it. By just firing the brain pattern, our brain should be able to imagine that whiteboard exactly. If we see the whiteboard, our brain does a certain pattern that allows us to interpret that whiteboard. But if we just fire that pattern, we also should be allowed to see that whiteboard. And so now we take this into social settings. And so we get a stimulus and then we have a response. And if I were only to see this whiteboard one time, and then I close my eyes and you ask me to imagine it, reimagine it, I may be able to give like 50% of the details. But if I stared at this whiteboard for years, day after day, I should be able to give like 100% of the details. I should be able to, like, think about your house or a place that you've been for a very long time or something that you know very deeply. You probably know that way better than you know something that you've seen one time. And you know it way better because that stimulus has been given to you so much, and the response of you thinking about it has been there just more times than not. And so this also tells us that your response is proportional to the amount of times that stimulus has happened to you. So the response is proportional to the amount of times that stimulus has been given to you. And if we take this to a social setting, if when you were growing up, the stimulus of people talking to you was mean, hurtful, well, the response that you're going to give to those people was, or you're going to get from that was pain. And so imagine there's someone being mean to you. And this can be a whole bunch of different people. It can be people at school, maybe when you're a kid. It can even be, to this day, people at work, family. And so you have all these people growing up, or even to this day, or past experiences, which have been mean to you. And this mean can look a whole bunch of ways. This mean can be yelling. It can be insults, shame. And what happens from that is that you get pain. And this pain is self-hate, a lowering of self-value. And so when people give you insults, people shame you, people tell you you're not good enough, they compare you to other people, what begins to happen in your brain, especially if you believe those people, they're coming from someone who, a parental figure, an authority figure, and they're giving you all this self-hate. They're telling you all these insults. We're going to think to yourself, oh, I'm not a good person. People don't like me. When I go to talk to someone I love, they're usually mean to me. And so this is what's happening in the stimulus response setting. The stimulus you're getting is mean stuff from specific people. And so let's just take one specific example for this. And so a mean stimulus, and let's just say that's coming from a parent. So a parent is giving you mean stimulus. Stimulus is mean. And then you respond back with pain. Because it hurts you, makes you feel less than, and it lowers your value. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I am not doing these things right. Oh, these people around me are better than me. Oh, I am kind of ugly. I am kind of overweight. I am kind of underweight. I am this person. I am that. And so you respond with pain and self-doubt. Doubt in your own worth. Now, say this happens 10 times. On the 11th time that this happens, what do you think that we're getting this mean stimulus from? On the 11th time, what happens? What do you think happens? Well, pain and self-doubt are going to be there. We're going to expect this mean stimulus, and our body's naturally going to respond to self-doubt. And so imagine every time you talk to a parent, for 10 times in a row, they hit you with this mean stimulus, and then from that, your body had this pain, self-doubt. That happened again and again and again. Now on the 11th time this parent comes to talk to you, your body's already going to get into this place. Even if they come with nice stimulus, what's going to happen is, because they've experienced this response so much, it's going to be automatic. And so they're automatically going to have pain. But now what's happened is that the stimulus is changing. But because it is so ingrained that we respond with pain to that mean energy, that's just what naturally happens every single time. When we get this positive energy, it's not going to feel right. And our body is going to want to revert back to where it's comfortable, back to what it knows. And so if we are getting nice stimulus, well, we're supposed to respond with nice stimulus back, with positivity, love, compassion, confidence in ourselves. But if that's not what we're used to, we're still going to respond to pain. More than that, what's going to happen is that we're not actually even going to allow this nice stimulus to come in. We're going to put an X on it. And so this may look like not being able to take compliments, not thinking of yourself, or when you do get a compliment, not thinking it's true, thinking it's actually like that person's lying, think that person's actually just saying it to make you mad, or they're doing it to make fun of you. And so let me give you a real life example. When I'm doing something, especially when I was a kid, and people on the side would cheer on for me, you got this, you go. I get so annoyed from that, because it's like, your cheering isn't helping me. It's up to my actions alone. I think you guys are actually just trying to be mean or call me out or make me feel bad for cheering me on. And that mindset in my body, in my head, was such a bad mindset, because I would get mad at people cheering me on. And so I would let that anger out in my body language. I would be like, stop it, like stop. It would make me super anxious. It would get my body firing with negativity and stress. And that's something I had to change in my mindset. So every time people started cheering for me, I had to be like, they want me to win. They want me to do good. This is actually a sign of confidence. I shouldn't be getting angry or responding poorly here, because they want me to. Same when people, when I was younger, give me compliments or want to talk to me or fill me with positivity in their energy, I simply would reject it and shut down or be mean to that person until they started responding with mean energy again. Because once they started responding with mean energy, I could feel like I'm safe. I could feel like, hey, this person's giving me mean energy. They're fulfilling the prophecy, the mindset I had, that I am self-hateful, that I am low value, that I do have nothing to offer. They're actually just confirming that identity in me, which makes me feel comfortable, which makes me feel at ease, which is what the body wants. And so you have two parts in you. You have the brain, and then you have the nervous system. Let me see if I can draw this fucking thing here. Again, I don't know if this is what a nervous system looks like, but just fucking bear with me. So you can have the brain, and then you have the nervous system. And so let's look at this interaction again. So we get mean stimulus, and this can be from anybody. So let me give you another example. When I was in like JK, I was sitting on this wooden bench with a whole bunch of my friends, and these girls, who again are also in JK, just came by and started rating every one of us, like saying, good looking, not good looking, you're attractive, not attractive. And they just went down the bench and just kind of did that to all of us. And so when it was my turn, when they got to me, they said, nope, and they moved on. I actually thought they wouldn't even look at me or give me the, or even acknowledge I existed. I thought they would ignore me. But they actually called on me, which actually gave me more confidence than them ignoring me. But still, they said unattractive, and moved on to other people. And some of my other friends were more attractive. Or at least they said that they were attractive. Now, me being my 4-year-old or whatever self, I was like, oh, I believe you. You're a girl. I believe you. I'm not attractive. I got you. And so the stimulus I got at such a young age was, it wasn't mean. It technically was mean. But it was, you're not attractive to me, a girl. And so the mindset I adopted from that is, I'm not attractive to girls. And so that's the mindset I had from a stimulus that happened to me. And so my response was this. Now, my response could have been something different if I had a bit more higher self-esteem. If I had higher self-esteem, I would think to myself, that's just one girl, and I don't even know her. It doesn't matter too much. I know I'm a good-looking person. I know I'm a good-looking person. I know I have value. I know there's some girls out there who find me attractive, who actually would like me. But because I hadn't experienced that, first of all, my brain didn't even have that pattern to begin with of, oh, this girl could like me, a girl could like me. And the only stimulus I had gotten is a girl herself saying, not attractive. And I think there's maybe like multiple of them too. And so it was reinforced. And now I go through this life since that age of like 4 with this mindset. I'm not attractive to girls. Now, every time I go up and talk to a girl, or a girl comes up and talks to me, what's the mindset I'm gonna have? I'm not attracted to her. I'm not attracted to that person. I'm just not, this person just cannot like me. And if she does start showing signs that she does like me, well, the response, well, what's that gonna happen? It's gonna break my mindset. If she's actually showing me signs that she likes me, it's gonna break my mindset, which is gonna make me feel uncomfortable, which is gonna lead me to self-sabotage. Especially if I'm not aware of the mindset I have and how it's actually hurting me. This mindset's hurting me because this person, a girl, some other day or years in the future, now is giving me positive energy, but I have this deep-rooted mindset that girls don't like me. And so when I get that positive energy, I'm like, this is not right, this is not right. I respond back with mean energy or shut down until that person then gives me more negative energy, and I confirm to myself, oh my God, thank God. Now it's confirmed in my brain that girls don't like me. My mindset is okay. My identity is okay. Perfect. And that's where that self-sabotage comes into place. Also, when that person said, you're not attractive, something happened in my nervous system. So 1, my brain, 2, my nervous system. What happened in my nervous system at that point wasn't insanely high as it would be in like more traumatic experiences, your parent yelling or hitting or emotionally abusing you. But it still happened to some degree, and it will always happen to some degree. And so when I felt that thing, what happened to my self-esteem was it got lowered. My FOJ, fear of judgment, got increased. Because now I was going through life with this thing that I'm not attractive to girls. That girls just naturally, inherently don't like me. And it wasn't like I was mean or hated that. I was just like, oh, that's just who I am. That's just how the world is. But that's wrong, right? Now I'm 19, 17, I want a relationship with someone. I still have this inherent belief. It's just not going to go well. And this belief throughout my years, so I had this belief for every single day for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I was 5, I was 6, I was 7, I was 8, I was 9, I was 10, I was 11. I just had this belief and it was growing and growing. Well, by the time I was 17, this belief was so ingrained into me that me going up and talking to a girl, I wouldn't even be able to do. I would just shut down. Girl coming up to talk to me, I would just shut down because it just wasn't normal. And this thing was reinforced so much. So it affects our nervous system because when we get that comment, when we get that little bit of negative energy, what our body does is store it. It stores it in our muscles. It stores it in our nerves. And it does this so we don't get hurt next time. And so imagine this. Imagine, and again, this is going to be more relevant where it's more intense, and I'll give you an example. Imagine your parent comes home, mom comes home, and you're in your room chilling, just relaxing, listening to music, and she then slams the door. So the stimulus is now a door slam. Then she starts yelling, swearing, loud. So the subcommunication is very angry. And then mean. She starts calling you names, calling you lazy, calling you worthless, calling you, just making your self-esteem go down, being harsh on you with bad subcommunication, being loud and angry and mean. Okay, the response that you're going to get to that, depending on how bad it was, is, when my mom comes, she's going to do all this stuff, and I'm going to feel in pain because I'm lacking love. She's not showing me love. She's getting very mean to me. And because it's coming from my parent, the person who takes care of me, if this person is being mean and lacking love to me, and that's my parent, and they keep doing it, and they stop loving me, and that's my parent, well, I'm going to die because that's my parent, the only person I'm taking care of. And so when you're a kid, and you're getting all this stuff from a parent, especially, it can be your friends or whoever else too, but especially when you're a kid, it's such a big deal because that is your entire world. You don't know about other stuff happening. It's like these couple people are your entire world. And so when they're mean to you, what you think to yourself is, oh, they're going to stop loving me. And if they stop loving me, they're not going to take care of me. If they not take care of me, I'm going to die. And so it becomes a literal life or death situation in your child brain. And depending on how bad that was, this carries out into adulthood. Okay, so let's go back to the nervous system. The door slams, the yelling begins, the loudness begins, and what does your body begin to do? Well, your sympathetic nervous system starts to kick in. The flight or fight or freeze or fawn. Those are your 4 trauma responses. And these happen because you're feeling such a heightened amount of stress, and that stress is coming from this person. And so we have the stimuli. We have the stimuli, which is a parent figure inducing stress. Parent figure inducing stress. The response now is mindsets of whatever they're saying. Maybe they're saying you're not good enough, you're lazy, you're this, you're that. The mindsets are those, and then those mindsets embed themselves into the nervous system neuronically by making you tense up, by getting your heart pounding, by boosting up your cortisol, your stress hormone, by making you put into this fight or flight so you're preparing for the potential danger and you know not to do it again. So if I were to go up to someone and I would talk to that person, so say there's like this person. His name is John, okay? And I go up to John and I say, hey, John. And when I say, hey, John punches me in the face. Second time I go down, hey, John. John punches me in the face. Third time I go up to John, my body is going to be physically preparing to get punched in the face when I say hello to them, because my brain has seen this as a pattern and it's embedded it in my what's this called? My nervous system. So my brain is now telling my body, hey, don't go near John, you're about to get hurt. My brain is now telling to my nervous system, hey, when mom comes home, you're about to get hurt. My brain is telling my nervous system, hey, get into this mode so we're prepared for when this happens. And the more it happens, the more this strengthens. And so if I'm walking past a girl and my mindset is girls aren't attracted to me, but that's only happened one time, that interaction, well, I may not be super nervous. But if this mindset was embedded into me, again, in my nervous system, I go up and talk to a girl and she says, ew, what the fuck, get away from me. Now I go up and again. Now the mindset is, I'm ugly, girls don't like me, girls are mean, going up to talk to someone is wrong and bad. Now next time I want to go up and talk to someone, my nervous system is going to start flashing with, girls are mean, people don't want to go up and talk to me, you're ugly, you're not worth this, you're not this type of person. And it's going to stop me from feeling the pain that I felt last time by putting my nervous system in this state of, oh shit. And now, when you're talking to someone, are you being free? Are you saying the things that you want to say? Doing the things that you want to do? Being free? Going up to that person, just not stressing insanely? Or is it your nervous system hijacking your body, making you feel tense, making you not want to go up to that person, even though you want to? And now your brain is giving you, oh, they're busy, oh, they're this, oh, they're all that. And if you are able to go up to talk to that person, you're going to feel anxious. You're going to feel like you're bothering them. You're going to feel like you're wasting their time because you're already expecting that outcome to come out. You're already expecting them to give you negative energy. And so you're acting like that. You're acting like you're wasting their time. You're acting like you're bothering them because that's what you're expecting, because that's what happens so much. And that happens in your body and in your mind. Both of them are embedded in both. And what you need to do to get out of that is be present and aware of the emotions you're feeling in your nervous system, and saying, okay, I'm feeling this because of pre-programmed things in my body. This is not who I am. This is not who I choose to be. I understand the emotions, the chemicals. Deep breaths, relax yourself, ground yourself. Also tell your mindsets. These mindsets are wrong. People are my friend. We are humans. We are supposed to be kind. People who are mean are weird. I'm not that person. I'm a kind, good intentioned person. My nervous system should not be firing like this. Let's calm it down. And now when you have those two things in place, a good mindset and a calm nervous system, you are now allowed to be yourself. Relax in the conversation, ask the questions, be in the flow state, be emotional, be expressive, say the things that you want to say, the teases, the compliments, the fun, without this such rampant anxiety taking you over, not allowing you to do the things that you want to do. And this can come even in the smallest of looks. And so I have this thing called expression suppression. It's when you're not able to express yourself because in your life, when you did express yourself, or you're just chilling, or just being yourself, you got yelled at, you got shamed, you got ridiculed for just being yourself. And so now when you want to go talk to someone and they're saying something and you want to give this, or you want to give an eyebrow raise, or you want to give a nice laugh, you suppress it. Oh yeah, nice. Because if you express those emotions, your fear of judgment goes super high. You could be rejected for those emotions, judged for those emotions. You're not supposed to be that loud. You're not supposed to be that type of person, because every time before you were getting hurt for it. So I hope this brought some more awareness to why you're feeling certain things, to where these could be coming from, why your body may be tense all the time, your mind may be clogged with these negative thoughts. So I hope that can help. If you do want more help with me personally to improve your social skills, to be better at flirting, carrying conversations, being fun in conversations, having healthy mindsets, you can book a call for a strategy session in the description, or for my one-on-one coaching program. And with that, boys, girls, I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Peace.